Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Arisha Shamina binti Ma'arif. My matric number is B1525184. I will explain the step-by-step configuration and also the testing procedure. Okay, first of all, we command the ls/sys/class and /net. The explanation is to list all the network interfaces available on the system. You can see the EMP0S3, EMP0S8, and LO, which is a loopback. These are the network devices your Linux system recognizes. Next command, this shows the IP addresses and status of all interfaces. It confirms that EMP0S3 has IP 10.0.215 and EMP0S8 has IP 10.295 and 178. Okay, next command, IP address show EMP0S3. Okay, the explanation is because to display details only for interface EMP0S3. It verifies the IP address, MAC address, and that the interface is up. Next command, sudo IP link set dev EMP0S3 down. The explanation is because to disable the interface EMP0S3, the status changes to down, meaning it cannot send or receive packets. Next, this check the status of EMP0S3 after being disabled. It confirms the interface is down, but it still shows its IP address. Next, this reusables the interface in EMP0S3. The status changes back to up, allowing the communication again. Okay, for the command IP route, explain that shows the routing table. It lists the default gateway and routes for the network 10.0.20 and 10.264.0. Then we try to ping with www.utem.edu.my. This send packets to utem server. The replies prove that the system can connect to the internet successfully. Then we try to trace it with Google. It traces the path packets tagged to reach Google. It shows each hop along the route. Then we try to host with google.com to resolve the domain name www.google.com into multiple IPv4 and IPv6 addresses. It proved the NS resolution works. Then we type the hostname to display the current hostname of the system. At first, it shows OS class. Then we change the temporary name to REOS class. It only allows until reboot and display the current hostname of the system. Then we command the hostname CTL. This shows system information including static and transient hostname. It confirms the transient hostname is REOS class. Then we type the sudo hostname CTL set hostname OS class and hostname CTL to permanently set the hostname to OS class. It will remain after reboot. Then we type sudo nano etc hostname to open the hostname configuration file in nano editor. You can manually edit the hostname here. Then we type sudo nano etc network interfaces to open the network configuration file. It's used to set the static or dynamic IP addresses for interfaces. Then we disable the interfaces EMP0S3. The status changes to down, meaning it cannot send or receive packets. Then we re-enables the interface EMP0S3. The status changes back to up, allowing communication again. Okay, then we try to restart the networking service to apply changes. In Debian 12, it fails because Network Manager is used instead of the old networking service. First, we want to list the all network interfaces available on the system. You can see EMP0S3, EMP0S8, and LO. Then we try to IP address show to display the IP addresses and status of all interfaces. It confirms that EMP0S3 has IP 192.168.1.254 and EMP0S8 has IP 10.295.178 like we changed in the sudo nano. Then we try to ping to test the connectivity to the servers on static IP. The replies confirm the static IP is active and reachable. Then we try to ping with utem.edu.my to test connectivity to utem's domain. Server successfully resolved the domain to IP 10.1.2.10 and replies are received proving internet access and DNS resolution. Then we try to translate with Google. This shows the path packets taken from the server to Google. The output lists multiple hops, gateway, ISP, internal, routers, and Google backbone. Some hops return star because ICMP replies are blocked, but the trace prompt connectivity to Google.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Shafira binti Ahmad Yani. So, today I'm going to present the individual demo for my part, which is DHCP. So, here is my first command prompt, which is to open the file terminal that I need to edit for configuring adapter 1 and adapter 2. So, we're going to wait the file. Okay, so for this part, I'm gonna edit the network interface file by inserting the address and the net mask required. So for EMP0S3 is my adapter 1. I'm gonna set it to the DHCP address. And for EMP0S8 is to set it into static IP, which is the address and the net mask required. Okay, so for the next one is to update the system. So when we update the system, it will download the latest package index and basically a list of what software versions are currently available. So it also will upgrade any outdated package to their latest version. Okay, so for the next one is to install the DHCP server package so that my DHCP server will work nicely. So we're gonna wait for it to download. Okay, so for the next one, this prompt will show which network interface to actively listen on for client requests. So basically here it shows that interface V4 have no network interface attached to it, and interface V6 network have no network adapter attached to it. So here the next prompt that I'm gonna edit it inside the file. So the interface V4 will attach to the adapter that will work for the HTTP server. So here I edit adapter 2 for interfaces V4. So after that, this will show to me the configuration file that I already edited just now, just to ensure the interface V4 have already attached to adapter 2 that will be used after this. So for the next one, this prompt will open a configuration file that tells the DHCP service itself, not the DHCP rules, which network interface to actively listen on for client requests. So we edit the interface V4 by inserting adapter 2. So for this one, this part is to open the main configuration file that tells DHCP exactly what IP address to give out and what rules to follow. So basically, the subnet declares which network this rule applies to, and netmask will define how big the network is. So for this part, sudo systemctl restart, it will restart the service, it will restart the DHCP, which is to stop the service and start it again immediately. And after that, sudo systemctl enable is to make the service start automatically every time the VM or the virtual box machine boots up. And after that, this systemctl status will show to check and show you the current state which we want to see. Either the DHCP is actively running or not. Okay, so as you can see here, the active status, which is active running. So that means the DHCP is successfully installed. So for the last one is sudo dh client. So this command manually requests an IP address from a DHCP server on a specific network interface with verbose output and able to display the full negotiation process. And for the next one is to ping to see either the DHCP work well or not. So the first one I ping to myself, to my own computer, to my own server, which is 120.0.0.1. So here, as you can see, the ping is the ping is successful. And the next one, I ping to my own server IP, which is the IP that I insert just now. So as you can see here, the ping. So as you can see here, the network address is successfully pinged. So yeah, that's the result. And the third one is to ping the internet, which I ping 8.8.8.8. So that is the result. That means it successfully pinged. And lastly, sudo systemctl status, just to make sure that the HTTP after I ping, just to make sure that the HTTP works well and actively running. And if the DHCP is actively running, that means the DHCP that I installed earlier is successfully run. So I'm going to explain the usage of DHCP. So basically, DHCP automatically assign IP address to the device on the network instead of configuring them manually. In this project, my Linux server act as DHCP server on interface ENP0S8 with static IP 192.168.1.254, and it's configured to give out address from 192.168.1.5 to 198 to 168 to 1 to 10 to any client that connected. So how do I know the service is running? So from the earlier video, I checked the DHCP service status using systemctl status. It shows the DHCP actively running in green, which confirms that the DHCP server is working correctly and ready to respond to client requests. And so on the client side, I run the DH client with the verbose flag to request an IP address. This shows the process happening in real time between the client and server. So how do I know the IP is correct for client? When the client correctly receives the IP, which falls within the configured range of the IP address that I inserted earlier. So it also receives the subnet mask, gateway, and the DNS settings defined in the DHCP configuration. And it confirming the service is working exactly as intended. So that's all from me, and that's all from my DHCP part. Thank you.
Hello, I am Shonul Islam Sifat. My metric number is B1525100354. Um, for the OS mini project, my part was to do with the SFTP. SFTP, that means Secure File Transfer Protocol. So for the first of all, I checked the updates of my Linux. So yeah, after this, it was I was asked for entering my password. So here you can see my Linux is already upgraded. Then Then need to install the OpenHSE server that will be used for transferring the file with encryption. So to install the OpenHSE server, the command was sudo apt install OpenHSE server. So you can see here it was also installed and already in the newest version. So for to not to get into the trouble, I already installed this previously. So after that I configured my IP address using the hostname hyphen I. Then you can see here the IP address is 10.0.2.1.15. So here after that I need to after that yeah I was it is needed to check the HSS server status inside my Linux. So actually, after running the sudo system ctl status ssh, it shows that my HSS server in Linux is actually active and running. So you can see here. Then after that, I have created the file using the touch command. So here I use the file name test.txt. So then I need to add content inside the test.txt. So I use this nano editor. So after adding the content inside the nano editor, here is the content I have inserted inside the file that I created previously, test.txt. Here the content is this file is being used for testing SFTP. So after that need to connect to the SFTP. So to connect to connecting the SFTP, the command is SFTP username @localhost. So after running this, it will also ask for password, because admin always asks for password if connecting to another one. So here you can see connected to the localhost. So localhost means I have already connected to the SFTP. So after connecting to the SFTP, which file I created previously, test.txt, I want to upload inside the SFTP. So for uploading the SFTP, I use the put command. So that is used for uploading this file. So you can see here uploading the test.txt to the local host. So actually it is uploaded, then it need to download it. So in which name I want to download is downloaded.txt. So here I use the get command to download the file. Then there inside the SFTP, actually the work is actually finished. So I need to get back to my administrator. Then I need to verify the upload and downloads of the SFTP that I used before. So here I use the ls command to demonstrate all the files here in my Linux. So here you can see that I edited and uploaded using the SFTP and Nano. So here you can see test.txt is here, the uploaded file, this one, and this one downloaded.txt is the downloaded file that I use the get command to do this. So actually I am done with the Linux. So now I want to present my individual demo according to the rubric. So here I have created a report of my work. So for in the introduction part, I describe about the SFTP. Actually, what is SFTP? SFTP is a network protocol used to securely transfer the file between a client and a server over a network. So, unlike the traditional file transfer protocol FTP, which transmits data in plain text, SFTP operates over the secure shell protocol and protects sensitive information such as username, password, and file contents from the unauthorized access and cyber threats. So, as the part of a mini project, SFTP is implemented and tested on a Linux system to demonstrate the secure file transfer operation, and the task includes configuring the SSH service, establishing an SFTP connection, performing the file uploads and downloads, verifying that data can be transferred securely and successfully between systems. So the objective was of my all the objective of my project was to study the uses of secure file transfer protocol and its integration with the secure shell server. So here I used Debian 11 Linux, OpenHSH server, and SFTP client to perform this. So here is the step-by-step process how the testing was being done. First, I installed the OpenSSH server. So here I have demonstrated with the screenshots. Mm, in figure 1 there is it shows that the OpenSSH service is active and running inside my Linux. So after that I have configured my IP in figure 2. Then I have created a sample file using the nano editor. So in figure 3 it is already demonstrated. So then after editing the file and uh, then I need to connect to the SFTP. So how I connect it to the SFTP, it is already highlighted inside the figure 4. Then I demonstrated the upload in figure 5. In figure 6, I I have shown the download file, and then I have verified the download and upload in, say, in the figure 7. So here you can see the file that I have downloaded and uploaded is exists here. So in this system I have used the following commands. So sudo apt install like this for put txt get test.txt ls. So here is the testing results of my task. So HHS is running. Yes, it is running. SFTP login. Yes, I logged in into SFTP properly. Then I have uploaded the file. Also, it is done. Then then in the conclusion part, secure file transfer was configured and tested on a Linux system using the OpenSSH server. The SSH server was installed and verified to ensure secure communication between the client and the server. SFTP was then used to establish a secure connection and perform the file transfer operation. SFTP was then this project highlights the importance of SFTP as a secure alternative to the traditional FTP. It provides the reliable file transfer and strong authentication and data encryption, making it suitable for transferring sensitive information over a network. So, therefore, the SFTP is an essential tool for secure file management system and communication in modern Linux environments.
Okay, now I will explain the web server. The main user of a web server is the whole website and web application. It allows users to access web content through a browser such as Firefox. And the first step is to update the package repository. Key in the password. Now the update is successfully, then we will install the Aperture 2 web server. Okay, after the install successfully, we verify the Aperture status. We can see the active running. It means successfully. And we type Q to exit. Now we type IPA. Then we can see the IP address. Then we open the Firefox browser. And type the IP address. Then we can see the Debian default path. And we close it. And we open the nano index HTML file. Then we delete all this and we can customize our web page. In the title, I write Mushroom 113 operating system. And I type welcome to group Arch Linux web server. In Apache Py, web service is running successfully. We then save and exit this, and we go back to Firefox and refresh the page. Then we will see our customized web server.
Hello, my name is Nur Arisha Shamina bintu Ma'arif. My matric number is B1525-184. I will explain the individual demo about the database. First of all, we log in as a root. We command the sudo mysql -u root -form to log in as root to manage database and users. Then we try to create database project DB. We create a new database named project DB to store project data. Then we create user Arimina with password for secure access. Then we give full privilege on project DB to Arimina. Then we command the exit to exit the root to prove that the database project DB exists and accessible. Okay, then we try to command MySQL -u Arimina -p -h localhost -d project DB to connect to project DB using user Arimina. Then we will go to see the testing procedure. Okay, we try to create table user with ID, name, in each field. Then we insert two records into users table. Okay, then we update news H to 23. We delete the harness record from table and display all record to confirm CRUD operation. Okay, that's all from the database part for individual demo and testing procedure. Thank you. Okay, we will introduce ourselves first. My name is Nur Arisha Shamina binti Muhammad Arif. My matric number is B1525-184.
My name is Shonal Islam Sifat. My metric number is B1525103554.
My name is Wong Tong My matrix number is B1525100091. My name is Siti Shafira binti Ahmayani and my metric number is B1525101229.
Okay, we will start our Q&A session. First, we will go to the DHCP. Okay, Shafira, I want to ask a question. How does DHCP server know which IP addresses to assign, and what happens if a client requests an IP outside the configure range?
Okay, so the DHCP server assigns IPs based on the range defined in the DHCPD configuration. So in this project, if a client requests an IP outside this range, so the server will reject it and forcing the client to accept a valid address from the pool instead.
Okay, the last question. Why did the DHCP service fail to start initially, and how was this resolved?
Okay, so it failed due to two errors, which are a typo in the net mask in the HCPD configuration and the wrong interface name. So after fixing both and restarting the service, it will run successfully.
Okay, next we will go to the STFP.
Okay, so the first question is, what is SFTP?
SFTP is a network protocol used to securely transfer the file between client and the server over a network. So it operates through the HHA secure shell protocol and which encrypts all data being transmitted. So unlike the traditional FTP, SFTP process is different. It uses the username, password, and file contents from the unauthorized access by using encryption, making the file transfer more secure and reliable.
Okay, so why is SFTP is used?
SFTP is used to transfer files securely between a client and a server over a network. It protects the data, encrypting all communication through the SSH protocol, ensuring that files and login credentials cannot be easily intercepted by the attackers. Main reasons for SFTP using is secure file transfer, protect user credentials, remote file management, data integrity, and reliably widely supported. Next, I want to ask you about the question: how do user access your web browser?
A user can access the web server by entering the server IP address into a web browser such as Firefox. The browser sends a request to the Aperture web server and the server responds by displaying the host web page to the user.
So, which editor did you use to edit the web page?
I use the Nano text editor. It's a simple and easy to use text editor in Linux. I use Nano to edit the index HTML file, which allow me to customize the web page content and display my own web page through the Aperture web server.
Okay, thank you.
And I want to ask Ari, what does CRUD stand for in database operation?
CRUD stands for create, read, update, delete, which are the four basic functions used to manage data in a database.
Okay, and why is a database important in the context of an operating system project?
A database is important because it provides structure, storage, and management of data, allowing the operating system or applications running on it to handle information efficiently. Okay, that's all from us for the Q&A session. Okay, thank you.